Good morning, all of you. So today we are discussing regarding the software process. In last lecture, we discussed regarding the software engineering and what is exact software. It should be definition of software and other things. So in today's lecture, we discussing regarding the software engineering, layer technology, its process, its generic process framework, umbrella activities, and some models where today we will discuss. So now, in a software engineering, there is the most important part of development of any software that should be the process. So today we will discuss only the software process. What is software process? How it will be implemented? What are the phases of software process? And where we can use. Okay, software engineering. In 1969, the definition of software engineering, it should be shown in your screen. Software engineering is the establishment and use of sound engineering principles in order to obtain economically software that is reliable and work efficiently on a real machine. That means whatever machines or whatever physical systems you are planning to develop for the particular software, that time you have to understand it should be the reliable or it should be the work efficient machine for the particular software. So again, IEEE stated the application of systematic, disciplined, quantifiable approach to the development, operations, and maintenance of software that is to be part of your application of software engineering. So IEEE also define the software engineering. It must be the whatever set of operations we are considering in a software, that should be the discipline, systematic. It should be having the one structured approach for the development of operation. Again, it should be the one systematic approach for the maintenance of particular software. That should be the part of your software engineering. Next, the software engineering layer technology. Okay, software engineering is considered as a layer technology. So these are the layers which shown in the triangular format. The first, quality focus, is the base of your software engineering, because if we consider any software, that time first we will see the quality. Okay, so quality focus, second process, then methods and tools. Shortly, we will think in a remember like QPMT. Okay, so first quality focus. Quality is a nothing but degree of goodness. Quality is like we can measure as the one satisfaction or some components or some factors for the particular software, like good quality of software having the some characteristics like correctness of software, whatever output you will get, that should be the most correct, or actual output and desired output, it should be the same, that will called as the correct case of output. Next, maintainability. Maintainability, it implies the software changes or whatever software we are running, that should be easy to maintain, and then it is the quality of software is to be supposed to be the good. Next, integrity. Now what is integrity? Integrity security provided to the unauthorized user. It cannot access to your private data. That's we will call as a real-time example like your password authentication. Okay, so next is the usability. It efforts to require to the use of operate and software. Usability means it's use of your software. Okay, so that should be factors considered in a quality focus. Next should be the process. Now process, methods and tools. Process, it provides, and process, it should be the framework that includes the different activities and tasks. In short, we can call as a process like what you have to do, what activities or what task you are considering for the software development. Okay, so that should be the part of your process. Next, methods. Methods must called as in a technical way, like how. Process is what, method it should be how to, means way of implementing, way of development of your software. It must having the consist of collection of tasks that includes like your communication, requirement analysis, design modeling, program construction, testing and support. Okay, so that type of methods we are using for the software engineering. Next, tools. Now tools, everyone know or everyone using the tools for development or any other perspective. So in software engineering, software tools is must to be the automated software for the software development. Okay, for example, we can call as the provide automated or semi-automated support to the process and development of methods for the particular software. Now next we will take examples of any software. That time we will know the object oriented analysis and design tools, like that is case 2. Okay. So next, characteristics of software. If you consider any software, that time we have to understand the characteristics of any software. Okay, it totally different from hardware characteristics and software characteristics. Software characteristics which might be the different factors for the considering characteristics, but in a hardware having the different manner. Okay, the software developed or engineered and it will be not manufactured like hardware product. If we consider as the characteristic, first part should be your quality. Quality is it should be the assured by the good design. You must design properly. It will be give the correct result or good result for particular software. So in the manufacturing phase of any software, that time you have to must take on your design. Okay. So next, construction of your product. Now construction of your product, that time you must understand the what are the cases which require for the your product development. Okay, process of your product development means the way of implementing your product, that should be the construction of your product. Next, environmental melodies. So environmental melodies is like your whatever temperature, dust or anything other which affect on your hardware, which affect on your software, it should be the different. Hardware environmental melody, it should be the different, and software environmental melody, it should be the different. So we have to understand that melodies also. Next, errors. Now the quality of any product or any software, we must have the error-free software. Many of people saying that we require the error-free software. Now, what is that error? It's like your any software error indicates in the design or coding of that particular software. So when we consider or compare with the hardware and software, that time the in a hardware part or in a physical component system, we can replace that particular components by any alternative components. That should be the easy way to replace by the spare part. But in a software, you have to indicate that error. You have to understand that error and you have to take care of at the time of design or development of any software. So it must be the one important part. Next is the maintenance. So maintenance, it will be compared with the hardware. So everyone knows the what is the maintenance. It is the easiest way for maintaining any hardware, but in concern of the software, the maintenance of any particular software, it might to be the complex because any changing of or any replacement of your code, that should be the complex part, because when we program or we develop any code, that time after the delivering of your code or after the delivering of your product, it might to be the hard to change of your particular product. Again, you have to re-engineer that product. You have to add that code into the software, and again you have to build the version of or build to the product. Then you will deliver to the product. So that means the one complex process. So now, last point of characteristics of software is the integration. Now, what is integration? Integration means whatever modules you have implemented, that should be the integrate with your particular system. If you consider as or compared with the hardware, that time assembling of any components and you should prepare that particular system, that should be the integration of any system. That means exploration of your product, that should be completely development of your system. But in concern of software development, that time you have to collect that code and you have to check the input and output of particular code, and you have to integrate that code into the single system. So that all are your characteristics of your software. Next, software engineering principle. Now, what is the software engineering principle? If we develop any software, that time we have to understand what are the key roles or key rules for the development of any software. So if we consider as on a screen, there are seven principles which is required for determine which are the actually supposed to be the independent and complete set. Now first, manages the software to the phase life cycle. Okay, manages the software using phase life cycle. It means like your when you development or manages your software, that time you require some phases, development of phases. It should be called as a shortly CPM/CD. What CPM/CD means? The communication, planning, modeling, construction, and design. That all are the phases. You have to complete that all phases, and then you can develop your product. It should be called as your managers of software with the phase life cycle. The life cycle of any software, it must to be processed to the CPM series. Okay. So when we consider as the software engineer and software product manager must follow the some certain guidelines. Now what are that guidelines? We have to carefully design the set of common warning signs. That means at the time of your development, you have to design some warning signs, understand the critical success factors that leads to the good project management. Next, develop and common sense of approaches for the planning, monitoring and controlling to the software or any product. So that should be understand to the development of any software engineering. Next, we will understand next point like a validation. Now, what is validation? If we do the any mistake, that time you will get the any particular message or any alert, that is called as your validation. For example, when we enter the mobile number on any form, that time if you enter in a text field of mobile number, you will enter your name. That time the error or warning you should be the shown. The enter your correct mobile number. It should be the must in a digit. Okay, it also having the 10-digit number. That all are called as the validation. But it should be it should be having your continuous validation, like activity of detecting and correcting software problems until the late in the project. So test and validation phase is after the code has been developed. Now there are two main reasons why this mistake should be happen in your project. First, most of errors have already made before the design of your code. And second, the later an error is should be detected and corrected, it is to be expensive affair. So that should be the part of your validation. Next, control on flow of product. Now control and flow of product, that time maintain discipline product control. You have to good size project must be accommodated and changes in requirement throughout the development of cycle. When we consider or develop any software, that time what are the phases considering for that development of software, you must understand the each phase having the particular output, it should be either implemented or it should be developed or not. You have to understand the data flow as well as control flow in should be the particular phase. So that some changes like your external environment you have to understand. Next, innovative and modern programming practices. In your software engineering or software development process, you have to add some innovative recent technologies. It's also like your market trends or market framework you have to add in your programming practices. It's like your some of people using the procedure oriented programming, but in a market nowadays we are using totally object oriented programming. So you have to add that innovative and modern programming in language. You have to use latest programming practices in the particular software development. Next is the accountability. Now maintain the accountability for the result. So each team member in the project team, it should have a clear understanding of the result, which means the group has been accountable. The each group member having knows what are the key requirement of the customer, so and so it should be implement the correct resultative code or it should be develop the correct code for the project should be able to this one additional things need to be that adequate visibility into the each team member for the individual performance. So you have to must understand the accountability and teamwork. Now why it is called as the teamwork, you have to select the best team for development of any software. Now best team is like your particular employee or particular team member is must to be the good resultative employee. Okay, it is a very important recruit to the good staff and good recruit to the good caliber. So it's also important part in your software engineering in process. Now last is the commitment of process. Now commitment of process, all the principles in above we already discussed that should be the good enough to the development of your good software. But still, it is a good practice. It should be the improve to the regular process practices. It means significant and need to be the planning and proper understanding of your organization. You have to follow the commitment, and when you follow the commitment, it should be the part or whatever scheduling of your process or development of your software. It must be the follow. That time you can uh, follow the commitment. Next, now generic process framework. Generic process framework again we will discuss in next topic also. But in shortly here we can discuss the generic process framework like it's having communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. CPM/CD. In shortly we call as the CPM/CD. Communication. Now why require the communication? Communication, it involves with the customer, it involves with the stakeholder, or it should be used for the requirement gathering. The communication, it will be help to the whatever exact customer requirement you will the understand the particular software requirement. Next should be the planning. It will be the establish the software engineering work. It must understand the what are the risks, what are the tasks, and what are the resources required for to the development of your software. So software process must be the important phase for the planning. Next is the modeling. In modeling, analysis and design of your structured program or structure life cycle of your product, that should be part of your modeling. Okay. Next should be the construction, code and testing. It should be the cover in your construction phase. And last, the deployment after the delivering of your product, or it should be involve the delivery of your software to the customer for the evaluation and feedback. Next, an important point is the umbrella activity. The software process can be illustrated by the various tasks or various framework activities into the small number of framework activities, and all those small activities are applicable to the entire project with respective complexity. So all collection of task set, and this task set consists of collection of small work tasks, projects milestone, deliverable actual work product, and software quality assurance point. So it should be the must, we can call as that activity is called as the umbrella activity. On the PPT slide, we already listed the umbrella activity, and that will be discussed the today. First, software project tracking control. Now, software project tracking control or oversight, it should be must having the developing team has assessed project plan, compare with the predefined schedule. It must understand if project plan doesn't match with the predefined schedule, necessary action are to be taken for maintaining to the software. You have to understand, or you have to follow the whatever schedule or deadlines for the development of any particular module. Next must be the risk management. Now, risk, it, it is the event that may occur or may not occur. It might to be, it will be happen or may not happen, but you have to understand the whatever alternative ways for do the particular risk. Proper management of risk is required. So it is also important activities for the umbrella activity. Next, software quality assurance. Now in software quality assurance, we have to know the plan and systematic pattern of activities those are required to give the guarantee of software quality. Means whatever quality factors which are ensures your customer satisfaction, that should be understand, and that should be the important part of your software quality assurance. Next, FTR. FTR like your formal technical review. FTR is formal technical reviews. It should be considered like your meeting should be conducted by the technical staff. The purpose of meeting to understand the detect quality problems and suggest improvement. In a industry, the for that FTR is called as a Scrum meeting. In Scrum meeting, whatever regular activities or whatever regular task scheduling is must to be the considered in a that FTR meeting. So technical staff also focus on quality from the customer point of view, that that is to be what customer exactly wants. You have to understand in the FTR meeting. Next is part is the measurement. Now measurement, it will be the, it includes like efforts required to the measure to the software. Now how the software will be measured? Software will be measured by your lines of code. Software will be measured by size of software, or indirect some measures having the software is like your quality of software. Okay, so you have to understand the measure of software. Measure is considers like your process, project and product. Okay. Next is the reusability of management. Now reusability, whatever code you have written is like your library. and you have to include that library in your code. Means reusability of your particular functions, no right to the unwanted code again and again. So you have to use the reusability. Okay, it defines the criteria for product reuse. It also having some software components which will be the certain application that will be used again and again, and it gives the good quality of software. Next, software configuration management. Now it manages effects of changes throughout the software process. So whatever real-time changes which will be the in the software life cycle, that time the software configuration management, it will be understand the effects and where we can change that software flow, software process. That should be the one part of your umbrella activity. And last part, the work product preparation and production. It includes the activities like you are required to create document, logs, forms, list, user manual, and development of so- the development of your software. Means work product preparation, like if you take an example like your user manual. In user manual, all our description will be listed, or all description is a given, how to use that software, what are the pre-requesting for that using of that software, all our details are given in the user manual. So the same that you have to develop in a work product preparation in a production. Okay, so next, whatever process. Now Webster has defined the what is process, a system of operation that includes the producing something, a series of actions, changes, or functions that achieve at the end or result. We already discussed that process, but the technically you have to in a questions or in a exam, if you ask the questions what is the process, you have to give the reference of Webster also. IEEE also given the in a short definition is like your a sequence of steps performed for the given purpose. Okay, sequence of steps means like your whatever software you are developing, or any function you are developing, that particular function or process is must having the particular purpose. So in each line of code you have to understand why we are writing that code, what is the resultant output of that code. So it should be help to your development good software. Okay, so thank you. Today we will stop here, and next lecture we will discuss that process models in details. Thank you all of you.